Alright, I am going to make cinnamon rolls today. I'm going to start by heating a little bit of water to 105-115 degrees. The heated water is just for the activation of the yeast. Okay, it's at 122. That's going to be too hot for the yeast, so we'll wait just a little while for it to cool down, and then we will activate it. While we're waiting on that, though, I am going to melt the butter. Let's see how this is doing. Okay, 113. That's excellent. That'll be just fine. As long as it's not over 115. Add that. Okay, let's set that aside. We'll leave that alone for 5 minutes. Okay, I think we can turn this off and it'll finish melting. Very good, very good. Melted butter here. Okay. I want to warm my milk, not make it hot, so I am just going to pour that in this warm pan. My yeast got really activated, super duper foamy. Let's go get the milk off the stove. So let's see here. Yeah, milk's warm. Not hot by any means, so that's good. To that we will add a 1/4 cup of melted butter, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 slightly beaten egg. Here's the yeast mixture. And here is a teaspoon of salt. I like to add the salt last because salt and yeast are not friends. Got 4 cups of flour here, and I'm going to take out about a 1/2 cup. Set that aside, so we've got about 3 1/2 here. We'll add that to our mix. We are going to work with this for 10 minutes, mixing it and then moving on to kneading it. That is really soft and sticky. I'm definitely going to need the rest of that flour. It's a dough monster. Oh, there we go. Now it's feeling like a dough. Oh, I like the way this one feels. This feels good. Maybe I like kneading. I thought I didn't like kneading. This feels good. 10 minutes, yeah! Okay, I'm going to pop this one back in this bowl for a minute while I light the oven and wash this bowl because I want it to rise in this one. I think that will be too small. I'm going to warm this oven to 200 degrees to give our bread a warm place to rise. Got the bowl all cleaned up. We are going to butter this bowl, put the dough in it, and cover it with some plastic wrap. Then we will put it in our warmed oven for 1 hour and let it rise until it is doubled. While the dough's rising, finishing up, I'm going to make the filling. I've got a 1/2 cup of butter and a cup of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Just mash all that together. this out. This feels really good. I like the way this dough feels so much better than the ones I've been making. I've noticed that if a dough feels like my fat belly, then it ends up being excellent. I can't be the only one that thinks that. That if a dough feels like your belly, then it ends up making a good bread.
Very few people think that.
Really? That's what I think of every time. Like whenever I feel a dough, I'm like, oh my gosh, that feels like my stomach. Like it's so fluffy.
No, man.
I think everybody thinks that. Okay, that's pretty well rolled out. Okay. Spread this filling out over 2/3 to 3/4 of the way. Ah! Cinnamon and sugar everywhere. Roll it up. We will let those rise. Those are looking really good. Poofier. Okay, while I'm preheating the oven to 350, I'm going to pour a little milk over the top of these. We're going to bake this at 375 for about 20 minutes. I'm going to try caramelizing some sugar and incorporating that into some cream cheese frosting. So caramelized cream cheese frosting. See how that goes. So there is a cup of sugar. I'll do a 1/4 cup of milk.
Don't walk away from your caramel. That's what they always say.
I think that that's at a color just light enough for a syrup. I will turn that off and we will go over to where the icing is. Okay, I've got my caramelized sugar. I hope this is gonna work. We'll find out. It smells good. Whoa! Completely weird way to make icing.